Where does energy actually come from? How is it located? 60 to 70% of the oil and natural gas beneath the Earth's surface is in places that haven't seen sunlight in millions of years. Not because we don't know that it exists, but because it's essentially stuck in tiny pores thousands of feet below us. Lucky for us, there are technologies and some really smart people using them to explore this world. Like Dr. Mark Curtis. He's a super smart dude who's on the cutting edge of exploring these nanostructures from deep within the Earth.
Science was always a passion, and I was always wanting to be on something that was cutting edge. This is sort of where the path has led me. And when I first found out about shells and the research they were doing into these nanopores, it's something that grabbed my attention. Like, you know, this is the forefront of something big.
Nanotechnology is the study of science materials at nanoscale. And you're asking yourself, what is that? To break that down further, the nanoscale is anything that's 100 nanometers or less. To give you a little perspective, a sheet of paper is about 100,000 nanometers thick. 1 nanometer is also 50,000 times smaller than the width of a human hair. The Devon Nanotechnology Lab at the University of Oklahoma is a state-of-the-art nanoimaging center. They have several microscopes here, including 2 dual-beam electron microscope systems, an X-ray CT scanner, and a laser scanning confocal microscope. How is this different than a regular microscope?
When dealing with a typical optical microscope that people think about, you're using light waves. Well, the objects we're trying to look at here are well below the resolution of visible light. So we have to take advantage of quantum mechanics, and instead of using light waves, we actually use matter waves here. And this gets us to a very small wavelength for these electrons that allows us to see into this nano world.
Essentially, it's creating a map of how oil and gas is trapped in itty-bitty spaces below the Earth's surface and allowing us to understand how we can get it out.
The research they do here is such a tremendous benefit to the industry in that when they started looking at these shells, the idea was, let's frack it with more pressure, more water, more sand, let's hit it with a bigger hammer. And sort of the approach that we take here, and a lot of the students' research factors into this, is, let's not hit it with a bigger hammer, let's hit it with a smarter hammer. Let's develop smarter tools, let's develop, more intelligent recovery, let's develop better recovery.
This research is important because the industry can increase the supply of domestic oil and natural gas while lessening their impact in a variety of locations.